In this video, I want to share with you some of the things I did wrong while cloth diapering and some of the things that I would do again. So, one of the things that I did right, but it was kind of by mistake, was the type of diaper that I chose. So, actually, the type of diaper I wanted was a snap-in. So there are every diaper, cloth diaper has two components. You have the waterproof part, which is this pretty part here, and you have then an absorbent part that actually soaks in the pee. And you need to have both of them. And every diaper has these two components, and it's just the way that they put it together that changes the type of diaper. And the diaper I wanted was called the snap-in, where you would have, sorry, where you would have basically a diaper here, so the absorbent, the waterproof cover, and this would have some snaps here or some Velcro here on both sides. So depending, there are different constellations, but you would have um, some snaps here and some snaps here, or some Velcro here and some Velcro here. And then you would have an insert that would be kind of like the shape of the diaper usually, but sometimes it would also look like this. And it would also have a snap here or a Velcro here that would then attach like this. And I thought at the time that would be a great solution, because then you just take this out to wash, and most of the times you can just clean the cover and use it again. Not in this case because this has actually fabric here, but some of them, they have like this type of fabric on this side also, so you can just wipe it clean and then put another insert and use it again. And for me, not knowing anything about diapers, that looked like a great solution. The reason I didn't get it was because it was so expensive. So it was like, I don't know, I think it was like 30 euros per diaper, the ones I saw, the cheapest ones. And of course, then you need to buy the inserts that are for that brand, because each one will have the snaps on a different place. So you need to buy then matching. So, of course, everything turns out to be pretty expensive. And I didn't want to make such a big investment in the beginning. So I ended up buying just the cheapest diapers I could find that were more or less so a system that I could also think I could use, and that ended up being these pocket diapers. And pocket diapers are basically a diaper like this, where you have outside the waterproof, then you have a layer of fabric that is usually a stay dry. So when you touch, even when it's wet, and even when this part here, so the when the absorbent part is wet, this top part here is still dry. Um, so it keeps the baby dry, and then inside you can put whatever you want, so you don't need to buy this particular brand insert. You can just put anything. You can actually put literally anything. For instance, here I have a washcloth. This is a washcloth just from IKEA, you know, those washcloths from IKEA. And then I also have a burp cloth, something like this. You can mix them also, so you can really literally put anything you want inside, as long as it absorbs anything you have at home. And that's the reason why, in the end, this ended up being a good thing I did, even though it was not on purpose. But I'm really glad it happened that way, because in the end, I think pocket diapers is what I enjoy better. And the reason for that is because, as I said, I can put anything inside, um, and now I come to the second part of it. One of the good things about being able to put anything I want inside is that I can put my favorite thing, which are these things. Actually, this, which is a receiving blanket. And the reason why this is my favorite is because it's so thin that it dries very fast. And now we come to one of the mistakes I made. So one of the mistakes I made was I bought these diapers, and I bought them without the inserts, and then I just ordered immediately. So I bought 12 diapers, and then immediately I thought, because I didn't know anything about diapers, and I thought, okay, then I just buy 12 inserts also, and I bought 12 bamboo inserts. And this is a 5 layer of bamboos, just pure bamboos. It doesn't have anything else, just bamboos, 5 layers. And while I was waiting for this to come, I just started using the diapers with what I had at home, which was this, and I really liked it. And then, but I was like, but this makes a bulky diaper. So you can see here, the diaper is pretty bulky. So I was looking forward to get the inserts because they are so thin. So they would make a very thin diaper. And I thought, okay, that's how you're supposed to use it. And so I just bought 12 because I didn't even think about it. And they were pretty expensive. I mean, I bought them kind of cheap, but still I bought for 12. I paid 35 euros or 40 euros, something like that, which is in comparison with some brands cheap, but it's still pretty a lot of money, right? And then when I washed it the first time, I completely hate it because this takes forever to dry. So imagine these are 5 layers of bamboos, and bamboos is a fabric that already takes a long time to dry because it absorbs so much. So this is 5 layers together with no way of entering some air inside, right? Between them. So of course, when you want to dry this, it will take much longer than when you just want to dry 1 layer of fabric. Of course, this is cotton, which also dries faster than bamboos. But anyway, if I would have 5 layers of cotton, for instance, here, this is a pre-fold. So there are different types of inserts. These are called flats because it's just 1 layer of fabric. These are called pre-folds because they are kind of already, it's like you had a flat and you already folded and you sew it around. So in this case, this flat, for instance, here are 4 layers. Here are 4 layers, and here in the middle I have 8 layers of fabric. So this, of course, takes longer to dry than this. It's obvious, right? I didn't think about it at the time. I didn't even think about these things, but it is when you don't have much time, which is my case. I really don't have time to wait 3 times for the dryer to dry this. I want this because this is so fast to dry. So in the end, I just wasted money because I don't really use this. I mean, I use this only now if I have to. Also, this is good, like if you are going to travel for a while and you want to make sure that the diaper won't leak, or maybe for night. This is a good thing. But to be honest, I if I would go back, so this is a mistake, as I said, this is a mistake I made. If I would go back, I would not have bought this. I would have just used first what I had at home, and then I would have seen, okay, I need more this, I need less that, and then I would slowly and little by little have bought something, not just like in a in a bunch of stuff like 12 like I did. And that comes also to my second mistake. So one of the mistakes I made was that I already, as I said, I bought 12 of these diapers and 12 of these inserts. And I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend that you just start little. So buy just like 2 and see if you like it. Imagine I had bought 12 of those snap-ins. I would be so disappointed now because I would have be just with these things. I wouldn't even know I could use that. So I would just be like, oh my God, now I have to wait always 3 hours and 3 hours I'm being very nice because it takes so much longer. And I would be very disappointed. I have to wait so long to dry my things, right? So of course, different fabrics dry at different times. So cotton dries faster than bamboo. So of course, for the snap-ins, you can also get like more cotton, which absorbs less but would dry faster. Yeah, you can play with that. But still, I would probably be very disappointed, and maybe even think, oh, this cloth diapering is not for me. So I think it's better to buy just 1 or 2, or let's say 3, just for you to try it out, and then you can see, okay, this is what I like, this is not what I like, this is what I don't like, and then you can just search for alternatives. For instance, in my case, after using this for a while, I realized that one of the things I needed was that I would like would be a diaper that had both openings here, and that the openings were more like here instead of there. Sorry for my camera. And that's because of the fleece that I put on top. So sorry, the liner. Fleece is in German. So this is and this is a liner. It's used to catch some poop, and as you can see, if I add 2 places here to put this inside, it will get stuck. Whereas right now I only have 1, so I put here, and it stays stuck, but if my son is moving it around a lot because he's potty training, so he takes out the diaper by himself, then this also comes off sometimes, which is not ideal, because then you have to search it throughout the house, kind of like. So it's not really, and if it's dirty, it's really problematic then. So it would be great if I could like put this on the other side. Also, if this was more down, because here it's really here on the butt, so when I close the diaper, it pops out outside a little. See, here in the back, it pops out outside a little. It's not problematic because you can always push it down, but it is one extra step, right? And with this liner in particular, it's not a problem because this doesn't soak urine. But some liners they do. I will one day make a video about different liners. So it would be better if it didn't have this, right? So now I ordered the other diapers, which still I'm waiting for them to come, that have the openings here. And they also have another layer of elastics, which is also good because here when you have a very thick diaper, for instance here, well, this one is not terribly thick, so if I put here my leg, it would still be okay. But if I would have here even more inserts, let's say until here, and the leg would be here, so if the inserts would go over the elastic here, so if the pocket is so full here that this really does like this, then of course you will have eventually leaks, because the elastic cannot be then next to the crotch of the baby. So in these new diapers that I ordered, they have 2 rows of elastics, and that will help with this problem. So I can stuff the diapers more, and that's good, especially for the night. And yeah, now I ordered these new diapers, but actually I don't need so many diapers. I don't need to have 12 plus more. And imagine I like the other ones better, because I didn't try them yet. Maybe I don't, but imagine I like the other ones better. Then I'm like, oh shit, now I have 12 diapers of these, right? When I really like is the other ones, So that's one mistake I made, to order too much at once. I would order less before. So another mistake I made was in choosing the type of liner. So when choosing the liner, my personal opinion, so for my experience, the best is the bigger the better. So I started out by using a liner that was the size of the diaper, because that's what made sense to me, right? So the width was exactly the width. Sorry for my camera. The width was exactly the width of the diaper, and that was good. But then, what happened was that I started having poop here on the elastics, so it would catch the poop here in the middle, but not the one in the elastics. Then I changed to one that was a bit bigger. It would cover the elastic. So it was like here, more or less. And I thought, okay, that's enough then, right? Covers the elastic, that's already enough. It's not. Why? Because the baby moves, and then this ends up being like this. And what happened was that I would have one elastic cover, but the other one would have poop. Not always, but I don't know, a quarter of the time that would happen. Of course, you can try your best to, when you put the diaper, to make sure that this is here in the elastic, and if the baby doesn't move much, then you might be lucky. As I said, it only happened like a quarter of the time that I got poop in the diaper, but it did happen. With these ones are really huge, as you can see. They are very big, and this doesn't happen anymore. So it always catches all the poop. So this was also another mistake I made. I ended up spending tons of money in liners, because of course you cannot. There are some stores that sell like 3 or 4 for you to try, but with 3 or 4 you cannot not really try, because you need to try for a few days, like a week or something, to really see how it goes, right? Because to see if it's something that happens all the time or just one time. So I ended up always buying new ones, and yeah, just money wasted also. So that's another thing I did wrong. Then another thing that I did right, but not also by mistake, was in choosing the wet bag. So when the diapers are dirty, you can put them inside the wet bag, and when you close, if you choose one with a zipper and you close the zipper, then it doesn't smell. Until you wait for laundry day. And when I was searching for a wet bag, I was just basically checking the measures. So like the width and the length, and I was just comparing that, like trying to find the cheapest one, but the biggest one, kind of. And in the end, I chose this one because it had the more or less a length that would fit what I needed, and because I use this also for other things, so I have a container. So yeah, so it would fit the container I have, and it was the cheapest one. And it's actually this brand which I strongly recommend because it's such a good. It's called Kanga Care here, and this ended up being a really good bag because it has here a bottom that is round, so it fits a lot more. Even though, so if I would get here a wet bag there, it would just be flat. It would take much less diapers than these ones. So when you're searching for a bag, don't check the measurements of the bag. Check how many diapers fit inside. They always say that. And that's actually what matters. It doesn't really matter how big the bag is. Unless, of course, you have some sort of container you need it to fit in. But by mistake, I managed to get one that fits a lot of diapers. So I can fit like 15 diapers here, which is really good. So yeah, this is coming off here. But I have 4 of these bags, and this is the only one where this is happening. I don't know why, maybe something in the machine. But in general, I can see these bags are very good. I really like them. So I got the promotion. That's why I ended up getting this one, because it was the cheaper. I was just lucky. So that's one thing that I did right, but my mistake. Another thing that I did right, and I would do again, or at least I think I did. I would do again. That's what I mean. Is buying sheep trousers, sheep diapers. So these diapers are from a Chinese brand called Littles and Blooms, and I paid for 12 diapers 60 euros. And this is very, very cheap, because for an European diaper, for an European pocket diaper, I mean, of course, you also have like cheaper European pocket diapers around 15 euros a diaper, but many of them cost like 30 euros a diaper. So, like with the price of two European diapers, I bought 12 Chinese ones on Amazon with next day delivery, so Prime. So this is just was just perfect, and I would definitely do it again, because again, now if I decide I want to use a different, I don't like this one. Let's say I hate now pocket diapers, and I would prefer to have something else. Let's say an all-in-one or whatever. So let's say I want something else. Then I wouldn't lose so much money, you know. And it's good to try it out to see if you like it, what works, what doesn't work, what you need better. Like in my case, now I ordered some different types. So that was definitely something that I would do again. And now these new diapers that I ordered are also actually a Chinese brand. So they are also cheap. I ordered 3 diapers for 14 euros, for you to have an idea. So but now again, I only ordered 3. I learned my lesson. So I want to try them out first. So these are some of the mistakes I made regarding what I bought. Now I'm going to show you some of the mistakes I made regarding the using them. So this is just want to explain you here. So these diapers, they are usually these one size diapers. They are until 15 kilos, and my son is almost 14 kilos. Is 13.9. And so I just assumed, just assumed that I didn't need to use the rise settings. So these are the rise snaps. They are used to make the diaper smaller. So if I open this, my diaper would get bigger here. So it would get a bigger diaper with a bigger hole here. And because my son was almost at the end of the weight of this, right? I mean, not really, but like 14 to 15, you know. And this is a one size that you can use almost since newborn. I thought, actually, these diapers are usually called newborn to potty training, just for you to have an idea. And my son is potty training. So I thought, I don't even need to check these rise things. I just, opened it maximum, because for sure that's what he needs. And then I was having leaks, and I was putting the diaper like I was supposed to, with the elastic always next to the crotch. So I was just putting the diaper with the elastic here next to the crotch like this. And then when he was playing, when after I put it, it looked normal, but then when he was playing, this would happen. There would be like holes here, and of course pee would come out once poop came out, which was not ideal. And then I was searching what am I doing wrong, and then I saw a video of a person who had a 3-year-old kid, and she had the rice settings closed on the first row, and then I was like, oh, maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. So I started searching things about rice settings, and here I want to share with you how you figure out the rice setting. So this, imagine this is the baby. So you're putting the diaper. What you want to do is, so with the disposable diaper, what you do is you put it as high as possible here in the back, because disposable diapers don't really have a good elastic in the back, so you need to make sure that poop doesn't go throughout the back. So you put it as bent, as much up as possible, and then you push it here. You do like this, and then you try and fit this one here, right? So basically, that's how you would fit a disposable diaper. Um, with the and by the way, with the disposable diaper, you push everything outside, right? Because you want that elastic thing to be outside. With a cloth diaper, it's very different. So you have to push the back of the diaper down until here. So until basically where the leg starts, where the butt ends. So here, this is where the diaper is supposed to be. It's really where the butt ends. So you just put, sorry. You have to put it really down like that. And then you just push here, the baby up, the legs up to be easier. And then you fold here in the middle, and you kind of make like a hot dog. See, I fold it here. Sorry for the camera. I fold it like this, so like this. And then I bring it up. And the reason why I'm folding here is to create a little pocket here. 2 reasons. One is create a little pocket here to catch all the poop. And the other one is to make sure that this goes really along the leg, along the crotch. So when I'm putting the diaper, and this looks very complicated, but when you do it a few times, it's as easy as a disposable. So then when you put the diaper, you push the leg up to make sure you go always along the crotch here. And then you would have the diaper like this. Sorry. So you would have the diaper like this, right? And here immediately you can see the diaper is too big. So what you need to do, because if I do like this part here, this part should be here where the leg is. So what you do is you bring this down until the diaper is touching this part here, so at the end of the leg. And then when you know where you are, you then have all these pieces of diaper here that you don't need, and that would be your snap. So that's how you can see what is the proper rise. So in my case, I need to use this rise setting here, so not this snap here. So that's definitely something that I did wrong. I just assumed what would be the rise setting instead of actually checking it. So that's one thing that I did wrong. And yeah, I think for now these are all the things that I can remember that I did wrong and right. I also just want to say one more thing regarding one of the advantages also of choosing a sheep diaper is that you can just wash it. I mean, if you ruin it, it's not such a big deal, you know. Like these diapers, for instance, the instructions say, let me see if I have one here. The instructions say to wash at 30 degrees. I'm not going to wash diapers at 30 degrees because you need 60 degrees to kill bacteria. So I just wash it at 60 degrees, and so far it was good. It was not a problem. But if this diaper had costed, I don't know, 35 euros, I might be really like, oh my God, am I going to ruin it, you know? So one of the advantages of buying something cheap is that you can experiment more with detergents and things like that. So there are some detergents that are better for diapers than other detergents. Usually you can just follow the instructions here. For instance, here they say don't use bleach. So choose a thing that is non-bio, no bleach. no oils. So um, basically, when you choose a sensitive detergent, like for allergic people, like an ultra sensitive that is not biological, it's usually okay. But of course, you should check the ingredients and things like that. But I've used also biological ingredient detergent in the beginning, because in the beginning I didn't have anything at home, and I didn't have time to search, so I just should use that, because I didn't care if I would ruin them so much, because they were pretty cheap. So if I would ruin one out of 12, I would lose €5. It's not the end of the world, you know. Whereas if you buy something more expensive, this is my opinion. So this is definitely something that I would do again. Okay, so I hope this was helpful to you. I wish I had seen this video before I started, of course. And I will probably make more videos as I make more mistakes, because I'm sure I will make more.